It's your favorite boy, Hey Guy, Buzzy Bacon, of course.
It's your girl, Raylan T, and we are here with the Shade Room about to interview Tinashe.
Tinashe, if you nasty, man. She just dropped a new single entitled Rascals. I know you've seen the video for that. We might get two on today. We might do a lot. Songs about you, songs for you, like
these songs are about me. Because Tinashe always brings that bad chick energy all the time, okay? But before we get into Tinashe, roommates, we want to check in with you. Who's celebrating a birthday?
It's actually Leo season. It's not Cancer season no more. So shout out to all my Leos.
Thank you. We appreciate it. Shout out to all the Leos. Okay. It's Leo season. Don't worry, when Scorpio season comes, I'm gonna do you good.
Oh yeah, nah, it's all about the Scorpios. But look, who y'all got for this versus tonight? Do y'all have Snoop Dogg or you got DMX?
Ooh, I got Snoop for sure. Could be a little biased because I'm from the West Coast, but nah, Snoop got them hits. What you mean?
I'm from the East Coast, but I'm definitely going with Snoop Dogg. You know what I'm saying? But DMX, How It's Going Down, that's my song. But as soon as like Snoop played Beautiful and like everything else, he already bodied.
Okay, look, I have a question for you. Now, what do you think? Like, what song?
What's up, Tinashe?
What up, Tinashe? We about to ask you. What up, Tinashe?
What's up, Tinashe? Let's get this started. Hold up.
We might have to ask Tinashe what you think about this verse.
Yeah, Tinashe. I wonder who Tinashe is.
I'm trying to see what Tinashe got for this versus battle too. I'm so excited to talk for her.
I'm here for it. I'm about to party.
Tinashe! What's up, girl?
Hi.
Hey, girl. How are you?
How are you? I'm awesome. How you guys doing?
We are good.
Man. How you doing, Tinashe?
Can't complain. I'm healthy. You know, I'm out here.
That's what it's all about.
Yep.
You out here working, you out here grinding. But look, before we start this, you know what I'm saying? Who you got tonight? You got DMX or you got Snoop Dogg?
Ooh.
Who we got, Tinashe?
Tough. That's tough.
It's tough.
It's a hard one.
He got records, but I'm gonna have to go with Uncle Snoop on that one.
Uncle Snoop for sure. Uncle Snoop for sure.
Okay, your uncle appreciates that, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Tinashe, we can't wait to talk about all the things you got going this music, sis. I know it's called Songs for You, but I think that the songs are for me because you be hyping me up. I'm boosted. I'm feeling good. I'm feeling cute. You know what I'm saying? So I can't wait to talk about it.
Yeah, so look, so talking about records, man, you just dropped this record called Rascal last Friday. So congrats to that. A lot of people don't know that Sage the Gemini actually produced that. So what actually made you guys like come together and collaborate for that?
It was really just like super random. I think we linked up in the studio, and the first time we ever linked up, we made that song. So it was just.
Oh, wow.
We've been working since then. He's been sending me a lot of beats, obviously since quarantine. We haven't been in the studio anymore, but yeah, I mean that's always my vibe with people. I have a studio in my house, so my first when I, you know, have like an artist or just anybody that I want to like create a wave with, I'm just like, come through, let's try something. Maybe.
Yeah, and it's definitely all about the vibe. And speaking of that, you actually mentioned that you bought a new car. So what type of car did you buy? Alexa, play Jim Jones.
She's doing it big, okay?
Tinashe with the big flex out here.
All right.
That's what's up. Congrats to that.
Well, you're talking about quarantine and you making this music, inviting people over to your house. So then how has quarantine been trying to put together the visuals for everything?
Oh, visuals has been a challenge because we technically, like, it's kind of like against the law. Also, just, you know, being really health conscious, we don't want to be, at least I'm not trying to be in no, like, big.
You ain't trying to be in the mix.
Like everybody doing too much, yeah.
So it's just, for me, it's been a time of my life where I feel like I've been forced to be more creative, which is, you know, it gives artists who use creativity really well a chance to be able to think outside the box and to kind of show that raw talent, that raw energy, because we're having to do concerts from home, you know, we're having to do
the whole bit. I see.
Our houses, you know, kind of be way more hands-on in the creative process, or like you said, videos, like you have to do a video on your own because there's not really, you can't have dancers, so it presents, but it's kind of fun challenges.
Yeah, and I definitely feel like it makes, like how you said, the whole creative process even more better. And speaking of that, you know, you're now independent. You're not signed to RCA no more, but also a lot of people don't know that you actually have a management kind of deal with Rock Nation. But I want to talk about both of them things. For one, how is it being able to be more free since you're independent? And two, how is it since joining Rock Nation as being a part of your management?
Yeah. Well, being an independent artist is really amazing. For me personally, I have way more creative, just freedom, and I feel just a lot better on a spiritual level about everything that I do and all the moves I which is like underrated part of the discussion as to like what goes into an artist releasing things, like how many people are really involved, how many discussions, how many, just things
that
Like,
to get it through the door. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
To get a record out there. It can really kind of mess up how you look at your own art, and for me that's been really liberating to just be able to be on my own and be free and make whatever I want. And then linking up with Rock Nation has been amazing too, because that's from the management side of things, so I'm really able to really drive the creative still, but I have that support from obviously a really reputable group of people that have a lot of experience, connections, and they've been really amazing and supportive of me. So yeah,
that's good, because I feel like everybody knows it's time for you to get what you deserve. So now that you got your management team, you got
Tinashe about to be on top with
Thank you.
Tinashe, if you nasty and full of facts, okay?
Yeah.
What you mean?
Not stopping no time soon. Can't stop, won't stop.
Can't stop, won't stop. I mean, so real quick, I just want to know, like, how do you deal with negative energy or like negative comments, like personal wise and professional wise? Because we all encountered that, like right now.
Yeah.
Sure.
I think we have our good days and bad days. We're all human. So sometimes it's easier to just be like, oh yeah, I'm unbothered by this stuff. And then some days it really does get to you. And I think that's just kind of how being a human being is, especially during quarantine.
Right.
Nothing else to do but like read comments and like
That's true.
Get stuff.
I didn't even think about that. Yeah.
Because normally in day-to-day life you can be distracted. You could be like here and there, boom, bam. But when you're just reading comments all day, it takes another level of like, okay, I just gotta be okay with myself, be confident in what you're doing, be really focused on your personal goals. I think the number one reason why social media drives people crazy is because we compare each other. And it all
definitely say it louder for the people in the back.
Say it one more time. Say it one more time.
Because we compare ourselves to other people, our lives to other people, our likes just based on likes, comments.
Yeah.
And I think that once you just like don't focus on that stuff anymore, then you're like,
yeah. But the crazy thing is that we are not alone in like all of these feelings that we face as human beings. Like I know I seen you doing a little cameo in JoJo's Man video, you know what I mean? And I know that she had the same thing going on with her label as well. And so you guys, so I just kind of want to know about the girl group and like keeping your circle strong and tight. Like who are you hanging out with and like, vibing with off the scene, some people that maybe we don't even know.
Yeah. Well, I haven't been hanging out with too many people.
Yeah, but at least chatting with.
I've been kind of staying away, quarantine safe. But
yeah,
it's been really amazing. Like I said, to just be an independent artist, it does bring this spirit of like, yeah, we should be supporting each other. There's no reason why we should be in this kind of competition. So I've been trying to support my girls as much as possible, and just seeing kind of how that energy is reciprocated is really, really amazing. I think there's always room for that. There's never like not enough room for everyone to be successful, which is this weird mentality that we kind of create ourselves,
Yeah. I love that. I'm like, you always trying to encourage the girls to link up.
Yeah.
Link up, get together.
All y'all queens gotta link up, man. For real.
For real.
Definitely.
Have to.
Our female collabs in the future, so hopefully everybody can come through. We can do some more stuff, but
and
yeah.
And speaking of collabs too, girl, you collab with none other than Britney Spears, okay, back in 2016, okay?
True,
queen.
True.
But have you talked to Britney like since that collab? Like she's a legend, I know, and now she's of course trending. But what's your guys' relationship since then?
Yeah, I got to perform a few times with her at her Vegas residency, which was really amazing.
Okay, that's
yes.
I've got to see like a whole other side of Britney Spears that most people obviously are not blessed enough to see, and that's like the superstar that she is, which is crazy. She really comes to life in those environments. It's like it all makes sense. You really see it on stage, you see it when you're in a video with her. But I haven't talked to her like during quarantine or anything like that. But yeah, I hope she's good. But she's such a queen.
Okay, love Britney.
Shout out to Britney Spears. So Tinashe, I was on your Twitter, right? And I know you retweeted something, and you said that Alvin and the Chipmunks got 6 Grammys. First of all, I didn't even know that my damn self. You know what I'm saying? Like, what they got 6 Grammys for. But pretty much, do you feel like just being an artist of yourself, and you just dropped this fire-ass project last year, Songs for You, like being nominated for a Grammy or even just winning a Grammy, do you feel like it's some type of validation that you would feel towards like yourself as an artist, or do you even need that?
Yeah, I mean, I think it's an interesting conversation to have because for me, I always wanted one growing up. And I think that it is just because it is that accolade that's kind of success as a music artist. And so I always had that dream, so I definitely don't want to give up on that dream, but you kind of hit the nail on the head with it's not as important necessarily as I think we tend to make it out to be. Obviously, accolades and even, number of awards or, all of these things that we kind of take as indications of someone's success doesn't determine the quality of someone's art, doesn't determine how incredible of a talent they are or what they can contribute to the world or the narrative. And I think that's really important to keep in mind because there's so many artists that I love and respect that have never won a Grammy.
But they still legends at the end of the day. So, I mean.
Yeah. It's almost, I would say that's like the label, the thinking of like, oh, I need to be signed to a big label. That's changing is now like, okay, the awards and the accolades, I don't probably need that as well. It's probably a new story or new narrative that can happen when it comes to music, right?
Yeah, I'm really excited to see that. And I'm excited to see more artists take the independent route. And hopefully I can inspire more people to be independent and especially female artists to create their own music and record their own music. I think that's really, really important. And yeah, I love to see changes happening because the music industry has kind of been in this old model for a while. And when I was signed to a label, it functioning in this kind of outdated model. And the music industry has changed so much in the last even just few years. So I think it's really important that we keep having discussions and keeping it fresh.
That's awesome. What would you say, honestly, would be the biggest changes? You used to even be like on YouTube putting out content. So you've seen it change right in front of you. So what would you say is like the biggest thing for you to adjust to, I guess?
Streaming. I mean, streaming was not a thing literally when I put my first, well, it was, but it wasn't that important when I put out my first album. And that was just 2014. So it's that big of a difference going into a store physically buying a CD versus like those don't exist anymore.
They don't even put I noticed they don't even put like CD players in like newer cars nowadays. Like
no,
that's
it's just all Bluetooth.
Computers, like my laptop has no disk drive, so if I got a CD, I don't even know where I'd play it.
Dang, that's crazy. And we can even burn the CD. You can even burn your Tinashe mixtape. What is this?
Right.
So I want to go back into 2014, man, and like a lot of people know, Tinashe dropped 2-1, and that was like a crazy year for you. But Boy Wonder just like made a tweet and said like Drake is like one of the greatest artists, and you hopped on like a couple of his records. You actually hopped on No Guidance, and then he hopped on 2-on. But how do you feel about that statement? You think Drake is one of the greatest artists that you can say?
Majorly influential. I think he's had a huge influence over all of the music that's and the music industry as a whole since he's been in the game. So I think to not give him that kind of kudos or credit would just be for sure.
Another person as far as music that I like when you collaborate together is you and Hitmaker. But what's crazy? I still call him Young Bird because I just can't let it go. Like I cannot let it go. I would still call him Young Bird probably.
You still thinking of Sexy Can I?
I'm still thinking Sexy Can I, the business, like all of it. But you guys, when you guys get together, that music is like, it has me going. So like, I need to know what this vibe is like when you guys are in the studio, because you guys did link up. Like, there's so many girls. I come here Hitmaker, I'm like, Hitmaker and Tinashe again? Like, yes.
Has a really great operation over there at his studio. He's got great writers. He's got great producers in there. He's just got everybody's in there is focused. They're working every day. They're trying to get the bag. I mean, I come in there, I'm mixing my energy with that. I'm trying to get the bag. I'm like, what's up? And we just like, maybe in one night I'll record like 6-7 songs. So that energy is already just like infectious. So we really make some good stuff because we have just like this real fun, real carefree party kind of energy. It's real good vibes.
And I can feel it through the music.
Yeah,
it
definitely
makes
makes the record like even more better. Like when the energy is right, you gotta go off like good vibes only all day.
100%. People don't understand how important chemistry is in the studio when it comes to making a good song.
Yeah.
Really.
Yeah. And speaking of good songs, you know, way back when you had all hands on deck, Kanye was the main one. I was like, Kanye? He was like, I love this all hands on deck. Okay, Kanye. So
at the time, I remember I saw that tweet and I like screamed. I was like, oh my God.
I'm like, man, Kanye, Tinashe songs. So would you ever consider maybe throwing that love back if he happens to be on this year's presidential ballot?
Oh my goodness.
Oh wow.
Voting for Kanye West for president, that's for sure. But I definitely am sending him all of my support and my well wishes 100%.
On that campaign trail, okay, Kanye.
I think we all need to send Kanye all love and support at this point in time. You know, Twitter.com is his diary, so we all definitely need to
yes.
show open arms to Kanye.
For sure.
But no, Tinashe, we appreciate you for stepping into the shade room. If y'all don't got that single, make sure you go get Rascal. And I know you're probably working on a new album, right?
I am. I'm working on new music all the time. Like I said, I got the studio at the crib, so we got new stuff coming soon. I don't want to say too much because my fans be tripping out if I don't like.
If you don't drop it, they're gonna be like, Tinashe, what happened? You said on the shade room that you was about to. Yeah.
Exactly. So. Soon.
Okay, good. Because Tinashe, you know what? Between us, I haven't forgiven you because you never really released this one song called "Worth It" that I had from back in the day when I was girl. Okay, so I'm ready for the new music. Between us, I'm like. But you know what? It's okay. I'm going to be ready for the new one when it drops.
I appreciate that.
Thank you so much for stepping into this shade room, Tinashe. And best of luck in 2020. Stay safe, girl.
Wear your masks.
Wear your mask.
Bye, girl.
Bye.